There's gold with what you have to share with the world. There's so much value in who you are and the experiences that you had, the vision that you have, the abilities that you have, even though you might tell yourself stories that you don't have them. There's so much gold in there. It's just a matter of showing up. That's it. If you do that, if you just begin to show up routinely, despite the doubt, despite the fear, despite the I'm not ready, despite the whatever excuse, you're going to notice a process starting to happen, which I have in my life. And that is that more doubt comes up, more shame, more fear about showing up comes up. But if you keep showing up despite that, something else begins to happen. And what that is a reconfiguration, a very dynamic reconfiguration around your sense of self-worth and your identity. Because sooner or later, your brain catches up to the fact that you're just not going to stop. You're not going to stop showing up. You're not going to stop being of service. You're not going to stop delivering your value. You're not going to stop expressing yourself. And so this whole thing and this narrative that usually tells you you're not worthy, you're a piece of crap, you're worthless, you're not worth anything, it'll never work out, it just starts to work towards things actually working out and things being in your favor and giving you amazing ideas for things to do and actually believing in yourself and telling you you can do it, because your brain eventually just figures out, okay, he or she's not going to stop, so we might as well feed them positivity. We might as well make it awesome. We might as well point out all the facts and things about you that are beautiful and wonderful and amazing. But that takes audacity. It takes audacity. I want to share this with you. It's really audaciousness that you need. It's not confidence in this game. It's audaciousness. Now, what is audaciousness? Audaciousness, or audacity, by definition, simply means the ability to take bold risks. But to me, it means something different. It literally means like having the balls and the courage to show up despite feeling not ready to show up despite thinking that it's not ready, that it's not perfect, that it's not beautiful enough, that it's not finished, to just go and show up. See, I used to think that it was confidence. I used to think that I needed to be more confident in myself to make my life work. And if you rely on confidence, it's going to be a very, very half-assed thing, because confidence isn't going to be with you. Confidence isn't really your friend. It's something that comes and goes. It's out of your control. Usually it comes after. If you had a lot of fear about doing something, but then you did it despite being afraid and out of confidence, then you have the confidence, oh, I know I can do that thing. And then when somebody or something presents that challenge again, you're like, yeah, I can do that thing. That's easy. Like for me, getting up on camera and like channeling my soul without a script, that's just something that's easy because I've done it so many times. I'm not afraid of it. But it's not really challenging me. It's not helping me grow in my audacity because I've done it many, many times. So confidence comes after you've conquered fear. But to bridge the gap between where you are now and being confident in something takes audacity, which is doing something despite having zero confidence. And that's the place where so many people get messed up. So many people get stuck because they're hanging on to this thing called confidence. Oh, I have doubt, I can't do it. Oh, I'm scared, I can't do it. Oh, I'm not ready, I can't do it. And it stops them. And in his book, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, which is an amazing, life-changing book, she talks about this amazing statistic that 99% of art, movies, poetry, books, manuscripts, screenplays, theater shows, plays, they never get published, they never get seen, they never reach the light of day. Not because the person that wrote it or created it wasn't brilliant, but because the person that created it threw it in the trash can or never stepped up to the plate in the first place. And that's the way it goes as a creator, as an artist. In the beginning, 99% of the things you do, you won't even finish. You'll throw away. You won't publish not because you don't have confidence, because you don't have audacity. And if you look at the most successful artists, Julia goes on to say, the most successful artists and art in the world, they're not the most talented people. It's not the best art. It's the people who have the greatest amount of audacity. I mean, haven't you ever had that experience where you see someone do something and create some art and be successful, and you're like, that's not even that good. I could do a better job. But they're doing it, right? And they're successful. Why? Because they just showed up. They just showed up for the thing, which most people don't. And if you look at Hollywood right now as an example, it's another perfect example of this. Like, most of the most successful movies and actors are not the most talented people, not the most talented screenwriters. It's just a given. It's just right there in front of you. It's a lot of crap there, right? But it still gets executed on, right? People still do it. They showed up for the thing. You don't need talent to make a blockbuster. You have to show up. You have to just be in your audacity. And throughout my life, I've noticed when I've moved with audacity, audaciousness, that's when the craziest things happen. When I had an idea, a vision, I just moved like lightning into it. And I just executed. The thing wasn't perfect. The movie wasn't perfect. The video wasn't perfect. The website, the idea wasn't even finished. But my team and I, we just executed. We just went for it. And we allowed the energy of our excitement to lead the way and for the thing to finish itself as we went along. And that took me very, very, very far in my life. Except when it came to sharing myself, when it came to stepping into the realm of transformation and assisting people with my medicine, with the gift of my heart, that's when I ran into the biggest problems. Because it was easy for me to be in the audacity to like promote something or to show something that I was investigating, to maybe even share an idea that it was coming out through my process. But man, when it came to actually sharing myself, I've run into the biggest blocks of my life, because that's when I'm like, well, I'm not ready. I'm not confident enough. Well, this is, that voice of the imposter syndrome can be so loud. And so I'm making this video here today because I've just been sitting with all of this and this piece of wisdom that it just keeps coming up time and time again, especially when I take the time to just breathe, to just slow down and see the magic that I'm actually building in my life. To really realize, man, there's so much gold in what I'm doing. There's so much beauty in what I'm doing. So much value in what I'm doing. Just keep showing up, man. Like just keep showing up. And whenever I forget that, that's when things get difficult, because I just overthink things and try to re-engineer things and reinvent things. The unfathomable power of just showing up despite difficulty, that's everything. It's 90, if not 95% of the work, man. Like, just show up, just get it done. Just actually show up for people. Just show up for your vision. Show up for yourself today. Right? It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be freaking the blockbuster finale. Just the fact that you had the audacity, never mind courage, the audacity to just show up. Just be like, all right, here's what I got. What do you think? So here's me showing up, Help this wisdom helps you. What do you think? Yeah, keep it simple, man. Keep it simple. Just keep showing up. Love you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.